Hello, welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are in the world. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, welcome to another Aries Tarot. Aries Love Tarot, love reading, love messages. A reading where we're getting into their feelings for you, thoughts, intentions, what you might need to know. Don't see coming, any moves being made. I don't know either. Let's see who and what is coming through. Let's take a deep dive. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what you need to see for Aries. Please show us the cards. Aho. It's the Magician. It's the first card out. It's the Magician, as you can see, but it's also in reverse. So what the heck is going on here? The Sun is in the upright. The Seven of Cups is also in the upright. Ten of Wands is in reverse. Something is definitely coming to light. Major Arcana, bigger picture here in our Sun. Of course, where we go when we come out of the Moon. What is in the Moon? It's a new cycle here. The Strength card, not the Strength card, the Sun is connected to the heart chakra. So over here where their energy is quite strong, as you can see, it's the Ten of Wands in reverse, Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. This feeling of something definitely coming to light, like ending. Ending in terms of what? Silence. Something somebody's not saying, because I can see things here in the Magician, specifically here in reverse. Look, and it's here with the Fool in reverse, that there isn't really a clear path forward. And there's also really strong validation for me here today around things not having quite reached the potential of where you were heading in the relationship. Commitment issues for sure here in our Scorpio energy of the Seven of Cups. It's Venus in Scorpio, actually. Judgment is in reverse. The Page of Wands is in the upright. Temperance is here in the upright. Sagittarius energy, also connected to the heart chakra. This is Archangel Michael, who wants to restore balance, who wants to restore harmony, really just wants to get everybody on the path to the truth. So there's definitely an energy of waiting on somebody. Waiting for somebody literally to make a choice. I can see that both in the Minor Arcana energy, or Knight of Cups, but really specifically also look in Judgment in reverse. This is Archangel Gabriel. And yeah, it's the angel for messages, the herald of visions, just bringing some clarity and making a final decision. It's a wake-up energy. The thing is it's in reverse. Yeah, and what is the fear around? Because it's also here with the Magician in reverse. For a lot of what this is for me today is connecting to some kind of an apology, and it is really long awaited. That's also really validating, and I'm hearing that Temperance is your overall energy today. Of course, this 14th Major Arcana coming to a 5 and connecting us with the conflict, but also the change, and specifically here today, the throat chakra as well. Somebody does have an apology, and it kind of feels like, yeah, it is. This is why it's like, this is why it's taking so long kind of energy. And I just need to use this little crystal here, our selenite, to kind of prop up your cards. You might be noticing, if you are a regular viewer, that the setup is just slightly different, lighting and whatnot. I am traveling at the moment. I am traveling due to a family emergency. So bear with me if you're noticing, the lighting's a little off or the sound is a little bit different. The Page of Pentacles is quite literally catty corner here with our Seven of Cups. And the thing is, the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. And it's really so much validation around somebody who's struggling. And it's clear that it's around commitment and around, again, it's around a decision, like a final decision. And that is about to Well, I feel like about to come to light here. Yeah, see, things are not worked out. The Three of Pentacles is here in reverse. Mars and Capricorn energy. It's right in between our Page of Pentacles, who is already so slow. You know, the Pentacle energy and this reversal and the Page energy on top of it. But our Three of Pentacles is right in the middle of our Seven of Cups and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So it's really clear that this is around commitment. It's just a matter of what level does that mean for you? Getting more, look at this, serious about feelings, platonic and or physical, moving in, what is it? Because somebody's, this is super clear, somebody has been running from that. It's the Seven of Swords in the upright. It's Aquarius and Uranus energy, and the thing is, it's both connecting to Judgment in reverse. Somebody's definitely running. And the Fool in reverse, more Aquarius and Uranus energy. So there's not really a clear path forward. You're either not talking to this person or communication is just really, you know, kind of messed up, for lack of a better word. Yeah, my gosh, the Six of Swords is also here. It's Mercury and Aquarius energy. And here's the thing about the Six of Swords. There is definitely an energy here of not having a clear path forward. Somebody really needing to step up. Archangel Michael really does want to just get everybody on the path to the truth for everybody's highest good. And that is what is coming to light here. Connecting to our sun. And there is this energy of this needing to happen, you could say, like moving on kind of energy. And that's also really validating with the Ten of Wands in reverse. And even our messenger of the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And this is what I want to validate as well, that's coming through for me, is this is more about the conversation, perhaps even a hard one that needs to happen. And specifically look in our Six of Swords today, the deck I chose for you. There's like 3 swords on each side. And that does bring in the Saturn and Libra energy of the Three of Swords, but it's kind of like both of you. So what has been going on here in terms of loss, not talking, or just difficulty talking, because it is definitely an energy of, okay, it's time for that. And again, the move on energy is here, but this is really so much more about the conversation, the truth that our Page of Swords in reverse is holding on to. I just want to show you the actual energy here. So we are looking now at this point at 2 pages. They're both in reverse, and that can be, you know, you could say like an immature kind of energy, whether it's connected to chronological years or not. So look what is here. This is really validating for a lot of you that part of the decision or part of what somebody is running from is ultimately connecting here with marriage. Now that is a pretty specific energy, but here it is. Holding on to the Four of Wands. This is your energy, Aries. It's Venus in Aries. Of course, Venus, the planet of love. And again, as you can see here in our deck today that I chose for you, they're actually decked out like a wedding. There's a veil, there's the top hat, peacocks in particular. They put on a whole show, you know, they fluff up their feather around commitment, and look how big it is. Yeah, and a lot of that for me is around the 4 here and the Four of Wands, validating what you're waiting for, and alignment, the 4 areas of support and stability, mentally, emotional, physical, and spiritual. So this is why it's taking so long, whether again it's super specific around marriage or just in general the conversation here, and what is going on here in the Seven of Swords, because it is somebody who's, again, I feel like they're on the run. It's somebody who's afraid to make this decision. So that's also connecting me to some really big decisions that they're afraid to make. There's a fear in that. And for some of you, it is clear there are third parties. There's a distance here. Again, take what is yours and let the rest go. And by the way, as I'm saying that, I just want to remind you that this is the only place I release my readings here at the Tarot Closet on YouTube. If you are hearing, seeing, suspecting my content anywhere but here, that's because they're stealing it. Yeah, and we're taking it down. So send me that email. It's in my video description. Also on the About Me page. I really appreciate it. Let me see what else is wanting to come through. Okay, yep, that's it. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. Had you built a life together? Were you building it? Was it on the table? What is this conflict around? Well, a lot of this for me, look, is the truth. Again, I want to I need to validate something that's coming in. If there is another contract that would need to complete first, that also does really come through. But a lot of this is just about the weight here and somebody making a choice. A lot of this is clearly around long-term energy, and the pentacle is so slow. And a lot of this reversal energy is very, very validating. I want to say it being even slower. That's what I wanted to say to you. So the Six of Wands is here in reverse. It's Jupiter and Leo energy. And this is, the patience required here is kind of clear. There is some kind of an apology here, but there's also somebody who is still on the run. It's not worked out. There's not a clear path forward, Aries. Six of Wands is in reverse, and what I wanted to show you is look at the card. It's a snail. And it kind of has, well, it has the snail energy. It's almost like a house because they do carry their house. So we could be looking at, for some of you, that this is around a relocation, or maybe even you could say like a moving house. It also kind of, doesn't it resemble chariot energy? Kind of has that chariot energy. And much like the Six of Swords with the three swords on each side, like kind of coming together, we have the Three of Wands on each side. So it's like we have Aries in this corner, an Aries person in this corner, and that is Sun and Aries energy, which is also very interesting with our Sun here. And the Wands around the movement, around timing, and clearly for a lot of you around that being around marriage, whatever the case is, but somebody getting the confidence at the very least, or trying to have this conversation. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, what is somebody here trying to work out? Three of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Pentacles here in the upright, Sun and Capricorn energy. Look at our squirrel holding on to it. You know, that's what they do. In fact, as you know, I'm traveling at the moment, but I live in Austria. And we have a pretty strong connection to the squirrels in our garden. And they come along and they're kind of greedy. You know, they sit there and eat and eat and eat until they're sick. And then they go and they take more nuts and then they run off and hide them somewhere. And as you can see in the deck I chose for you today, we have a squirrel who's holding on to a pentacle. Yeah, and there is that energy here. So there is a long-term energy here, but what is the third party? Money, distance, fear, completely around going to another level. Should this be platonic and or physical? Going into marriage? What are the third parties involved? For some of you, it's kind of everything, I feel like. It's distance, it's people. But again, that's also going to be really specific to you. The Queen of Wands is here in reverse. The Four of Cups is here in the upright. There's sort of a, kind of like an element of surprise, I want to say here. And yeah, it's the emotional energy. I feel somebody who I can see here is quite literally getting the confidence to communicate what's been going on, what's going on. If you can see each other, it's definitely at the wedding or it's at the party. It's also really validating for those of you that it is around platonic and or physical. What the weight is about is extremely validating, also bringing in the King of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo and Mercury energy. One of four kings under our Emperor around commitment, this reversal energy of things not following through. Like the potential hasn't been reached here. There's a lot of patience. That's really the bottom line, actually. It's pretty clear. And that's what hasn't been worked out. But look, somebody's getting out of shadow. I want to show you. This is quite literal. So this is the devil energy. It's Capricorn and Saturn. And this reversal energy is with also the deck I chose for you today, the shadow, coming out of the shadow here with the Four of Pentacles in the upright. I do have to validate if there has been something financially going on around this, that is here. Again, it's super specific. But the other thing I want to validate with the shadow, the Seven of Swords, the energy of the Six of Swords even, there's been some kind of vice or connecting to a vice, a person. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energies. And yeah, just what you see here, the end of a cycle, getting into the Wheel of Fortune when you come out of the Hermit, and it is a turning point. It is also connected to the throat chakra. This is Jupiter energy, which can make things quite big. And, you know, Jupiter is in Leo, actually. And with that energy of Leo, it is just like everything that's been going on is coming to light here. It's pretty literal. Somebody here is stepping up. There is a feeling of this is why it's taking so long, but there is also an apology that's here. And somebody is really trying to get the courage to either come up to you if you can see each other, break a silence by way of SMS message, text message, social media, email. It's the Eight of Wands in reverse. So it's Mercury energy, of course, the planet of the mind and communication, and it's also connecting to, well, it's the Sagittarius energy. So generally pretty fast moving. However, this reversal is really clear that it's not. That things, yeah, there's literal issues, delays, frustration around this communication. So they might also be writing messages and deleting them. You might be noticing that. Let's bring in what else is here. And here, as we talked about already in the moon, what is coming to light, the truth here. It does really feel to me like this is what happened, this is what's happening, this is why it's taking so long. What is here in the moon? Major arcana, of course, Pisces energy that is coming out here in the sun, which is in the partnership placement, which is connecting to communication. It's connecting to coming together. It's connecting to, for a lot of you, marriage. Yeah, gosh. The Three of Cups. Mercury and Cancer energy, and really more validating energy should you be able to see each other. Also really validating around the platonic and or physical for some of you. Mercury, communication, timing, the feelings about each other. It's really strong. Just even looking at our Three of Cups today. It's an octopus here. And they do live at the deepest part of the ocean. They live at the bottom of the ocean, the deep. And they're here up. It's like they're bringing it up. Holding on to the cup. So this definitely has connecting with the moon as well, coming right before. This feeling of, yeah, what has been hidden there coming to light. It's quite emotional. Like, this is why it's taking so long. The last two coming in. Wow. Look at this. It's the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So the Libra and Mercury energy, and in our Knight of Swords, it's like coming in here pretty fast, holding on to the sword. That is transactional, it's communication, it's the truth. This is what they want you to know. And again, you know, the Knight of Wands doesn't always dictate for me. It's not like, oh, here it is, okay, platonic and or physical. But I have to say it has been coming through here today, so I want to validate that. But I also want to tell you we have two of our fastest knights here, and they're both in the upright, our knight on the move. And there is somebody here is definitely making plans to break a silence or walk up to you or send that message if you haven't already seen it. There is definitely a long, patient kind of energy here again, and it's so validated with Temperance. But again, I also really like that because it is the truth coming out here, like literal. And another thing I just want to say, and we're going to get into some love messages, is looking here at shadow in reverse, the devil in reverse, looking here at temperance. Everything here. If there has been the Three of Cups, if there has been a vice here, that is something that may have been playing a part. Somebody, you could, you know, to put it mildly, like overdoing something, you know, because the imbalance is just super clear. You've been waiting for somebody to make some kind of choice, and it's somebody who, again, has not been ready to stop or change something. And what is coming through in terms of the reading today is the message of, you know, this is why it's taking so long. Really, it's for you. Whether or not the message arrives, the phone rings. They're walking up to you at the event. Because if you can see each other, I have to tell you, it could be practically anything from a party to a concert to a wedding. The Tarot Closet channeled love messages. The bottom of the deck, I was wrong. And it's here on the Knight of Swords and shadow in reverse. That's the other thing, getting out of shadow and ego. Coming in here with a very kind of stepped up energy with temperance. Thinking of you keeps me awake at night. But I am wising up. So that's the energy of the Hangman, which I actually feel like we're there, you know, because that's around timing, perspective. There is uncertainty. There's indecision here. I feel like there's also been power struggles. Every road leads back to you. And again, I want to validate that I do feel like there's not really a clear path forward, at least up to this point. Every road leads back to you, and I know, I feel that we met for a reason. No one compares to you. I do feel a really strong friendship here. You know, for some of you that might be like, well, I do feel like it plays a big part. Okay, so whether it's physical and or platonic, or already more, but a strong friendship, I feel it here. And I'm sorry I hurt you. That's on the shadow in reverse. So somebody's behavior, what is exactly taking so long that somebody's trying to figure out? Because that's the other thing. We're looking at a vice here. The moderation kind of energy coming in with temperance is here. Somebody's been afraid to make that change. Again, specifically what it is, but I want to validate that. I need you to know this now. Yeah, this has already been clear. It's like what they want you to know. I trust the universe will bring us together. So, yeah, a lot of that is around the communication for me. And this is super clear as well. I'll make things right. It's also bringing in some justice, some Libra energy, truth. Somebody owning things. Do you know what I mean? Owning up to it, making it right. That is here. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do. They haven't done it yet though. But it is what's coming through. So if you want to know around the feelings about that, somebody is trying. And look at, there's a question here. Do you still love me? That's my stomach. I'm going to tell you because, yeah, sometimes those little weird quirks are hard to edit out. So anyway, sorry about that. That's my hungry stomach. Do you still love me? There's some insecure energy there. You know, somebody who's not sure. I'm trying to get over my ego. Here we go. That's shadow in reverse. The last two channeled love messages coming through. Also shadow in reverse. I'm going through an ego death. And I made a wrong decision. So that's definitely coming to light here on the moon. Beautiful Aries, thank you for joining me today at the Tarot Closet. I'm sending you love, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.